Folks, today on the Stoney Ridge Farm, by popular demand, we're going to give you a tour of this awesome POWERSTROKE Ford pickup truck. And stay tuned to the end, we're going to show you the dirtiest engine bay you have ever seen on any pickup truck, ever. Yeah, it's POWERSTROKE time, guys. Welcome to the Stoney Ridge Farm channel. I'm Josh, and we are opening up the doors to the toy box here. This is the mega shop here on the Stoney Ridge Farm, and this is a truck that I just picked up. It's an OBS old body style 7.3 liter POWERSTROKE diesel, and I want you to answer some questions for me as we go around this truck. We're going to take a little bit of a shop tour and a truck tour here in the mega shop on the Stoney Ridge Farm. This thing is a beast, and it's supposed to be on one owner. By the end of the video, you tell me what you think, and stick around to the end. We're going to show you the next truck in this Stoney Ridge Farmer truck tour series.
I ain't afraid of work, I ain't afraid of play, I ain't afraid to get the job done and do it my own damn way. I ain't afraid of life, times like this. You mess with my freedom, I'll take this world you can kiss. That's right.
The first question of the day is, Josh, why are you buying all these trucks? What the heck are you doing all this stuff? Well, that's why we built the shop. This is the mega shop. It is a huge 50 by 112, 24 foot tall mega shop. This is going to serve as a butcher shop, a farm office, all sorts of stuff where people can come and buy fresh beef right off the farm. Now, looking at this truck, what do we have here? It's a 1996, evidently one owner, local owned, two-wheel drive. Two-wheel drive is one of the questions I'm going to ask you guys. Should we convert it to a four-wheel drive truck? That's a big question. It's got some damage on it. It's got a little bit of this and a little bit of that. It's unique in some ways and not so unique in other ways. And it has a programmer, and I have no idea what this programmer does. But boy, when we turn the knob on that programmer, it goes blah, 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 blah. It sounds mean. So without further ado, let's take a little walk around this truck. So part of what we do here on the Stoney Ridge Farm involves trucks. Let me show you trucks, cars, hot rod projects. Let me just walk by this and show you the Bronco project real quick. Sitting here in the garage. That is a 1968 Ford Bronco that my dad won in a poker game. If you haven't seen any videos on it, I'll post a link at the end of this video to that critter. This is some live edge lumber that I ran off the sawmill, and we've got a couple other toys in here. Big, beautiful American flag. And this is the OBS F250, okay? So this is a nice F250 POWERSTROKE diesel, international diesel power. Okay, we're gonna pop the hood here in just a second. I picked this truck up from a friend of mine who is a diesel mechanic, okay? Now, what do we know about diesel mechanics? Diesel mechanics work on other people's vehicles, but don't work on their own so much. He bought this to fix and flip and ended up driving it for about 2 years. So it's actually supposedly a two-owner truck. Now, when we look here, it's got a little bit of damage on the body. We'll come back to that in just a second. Let's open this dude up. I didn't look the truck over really well because I wanted a farm truck. I wanted something that I could fix, flip, play with, enjoy, and this is the truck. So nice burgundy or red interior here. This has the lumbar in the seats. It appears to work. Ridiculous floor mats right there. I've never seen one of these trucks with captain's chairs in it. So pretty rare to have the captain's chair option. No cracks in the dash. Looks pretty good there. Close the door. Door shut and open really good. We're going to walk around to the other side here and we'll pop the hood. Headlights have definitely been replaced. Here's something that I've never seen wedged into a headlight to make sure it's aimed correctly. There's a rock wedged wedged in there. Is that rock wedged in there to make sure the headlight works? It is. Look at that. Isn't that really nice? Awesome, cool. Look right here, this headlight has been replaced. So there's one problem we're gonna have to address. Secondary problem we're gonna have to address is the clear coat is peeling off of the hood right here. So we're gonna have to address that problem also. Looking right here, this is not a truck without its set of problems. This is a big crack in the windshield and it absolutely needs to be replaced. You can pick that up for about 200 bucks. We're gonna have to pull this critter out to get a better look at it. Back here in the bed, it looks clean as a whistle. It's got a fifth wheel hitch in the back or a gooseneck hitch in the back. We've got rubber mats underneath here with about 8,000 pounds of leaves. Let's just pull this critter out and show you what it's all about. Okay, no door panel over here. These trucks are inherently bad for having a door panel issue, and I'll show you that here in just a second. Turn our key on, wait to start. Didn't even come up, so we'll just fire it right up. Oh, daddy like a power stroke. Over there is my Cummins. Okay, so let's pull her on out. All right, gotta be careful. This thing is a torque monster, okay? It spun the tires when I backed it into the shop there. Now, you can see cruise control. This does not work. This is the Unicorn, the 5-speed manual transmission in this critter. We have a tuner in here, and if you'll listen, you really hear what this tuner is doing. We'll put her in neutral, turn the little knob, hear it idle up, idle back down. I have no idea. Guys, if you're experienced with tuners, let me know. What does that knob do? I have no idea. Aftermarket stereo, okay, carpet looks good, seats look good. Right there is the door panel. The problem with the door panel is there's a handle right here that you grab to open the door, and they inherently pull through this metal. So we've got a new metal plate to put in place right there, and we'll fix that. The window regulator controls do not work, okay? On this side of the vehicle, they don't work. On the other side, it'll go down, but it won't go back up. So there's more project. This is turning into more of a project than I thought it was going to turn into. So we'll shut the door. Door's shut nice and crisp. Very, very nice. Got a headache rack on here. This is pretty tough. This was owned by a local guy that used to shoe horses, okay? Open up the toolbox. This is the first time I've ever looked in this toolbox. It's still full of junk and garbage, like any old truck you might buy. Okay, close that guy up. Got a rubber mat in here. I have yet to look under the mat thoroughly. Look at that. That is clean as a whistle, guys. It doesn't get much cleaner than that. I doubt this truck has ever even had a piece of wood in the back of it. Got a heavy-duty bumper. Reverse lights are not working, not functioning on this truck. You can still see it was bought by Mike Johnson Ford in Madison, North Carolina. And you can hear that exhaust note. She's thumping. Okay, we'll turn that off in a second. We'll talk about this dent right here. That's the only real significant body damage on this critter. Wheels and tires look pretty good. Dirt Commander. I don't see any dry rot on the wheels and tires, but this is not really something that I would put on a highway used truck. If we look underneath here, we see a little bit of surface rust on the frame. We're gonna reach in and turn this critter off, and hopefully we can get this window back up. Let's see. Yep. Got a cheap tinting job done here. Very cheap window tint job. This is some of that auto parts store tint. We might as well just... Didn't expect to do this on the video. Yeah, I got more work to do there. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, let's shut this guy off real quick. Oh, it's so much better when it's quiet, huh? Well, we removed part of the window tint. All right, as you look right here, it says Alligator Performance. That must be the brand of performance chip. Let's see, it does have a, that's it. Revolver Performance Chips, Edge, okay? That's what the brand name of the performance chip is. Let's look right here. So here's our damaged area. This area was damaged from a gooseneck trailer jackknifing onto the side of the pickup truck. My plan is to come in here, and we're gonna take the paint off. We're gonna pop this dent back out. You can see it's really dented in pretty bad. And or we'll find a replacement part, pop this out, and weld in a new replacement part. It may be cheaper to buy an entire new bed and have the whole truck repainted, or it may be better, what do you guys think, to just sell this truck as a work truck to somebody. Should we fix it or not? That's the question. Tailgate, let's see how smooth she is. Yep. Nice, nice and smooth. This is when vehicles were made out of metal, guys. Real metal, okay? Real Ford metal. All right, so let's take a peek up underneath real quick, show you guys what we got. We got dual fuel tanks. Both fuel tanks work on this machine. The guy I bought it from made sure he ran it just about completely out of diesel before he brought it to me, with diesel prices the way they are. But if you look up underneath this, this is definitely a very clean truck. What is this wire hanging down right here? It led to the back. I have no idea. And there's something disconnected back here. You can see the truck has been sitting a little bit. No oil leaks whatsoever, which is very rare for a truck of this vintage. Again, underneath here, this thing is as clean as it is on the top. Really, really a very, very nice truck, guys. Very nice truck. There's your fuel tank. No rubber issues. It looks like we have a brand new exhaust system, and it's a big old exhaust system. I'm not a fan of having these trucks modified, but I doubt I'll spend the money to fix it. So if we look at our cab, you know, rust is inherent in the cab corners right here. There's no issues whatsoever with rust or anything of the sort in this area or here. This is a very, very solid truck, guys. I want you to give me a guess of what you think I paid for this truck and what you think it's actually worth. Okay, so let's get back up, take a good walk around, another good look at it. We'll pop the hood and we'll take a look underneath the hood. There's some parts on there that typically don't stick around too very long, like the door panel. Okay, let's go ahead and raise our hood up here. All right, ta-da, there it is, 7.3 POWERSTROKE diesel. All of our belts look pretty good. Our tensioner looks pretty good. I can't see where this thing has really had a whole lot of work done to it, aside from having that one chip put on. I think we've got our original turbo in place, and she just looks pretty good, pretty right, pretty tight. Fairly unmolested example. Now, it did have a stereo in it, evidently. We'll get rid of all this garbage and get it out of there. We've got a K&N high flow air filter with the air filter gauge right here. Let's just start the truck up and see what that air filter gauge tells us. Now, is the clutch safety switch still working in this vehicle? Got her in neutral. Do we have to depress the clutch or not? Yes, we do. Good. Nice. Okay. I like that. Ooh, let's see if this window will, see if this tent will peel off too. Yeah, look at that. We're already making her worth more. Don't let 7th graders tint your windows, kids. Already looks better. Got to get that garbage off of that window and that window too. Okay. Air filter gauge seems to be good. Air filter's good. Awesome. Looks pretty nasty though, doesn't it? Man, that's a loud engine right there. Let's see what this exhaust note is like. It's big. I'm gonna go in front and I'm gonna hit the gas, and you guys tell me if we roll coal out the back of this thing. I don't want it to roll coal, but it might. Here goes. We're gonna dial up the chip here. First I'm gonna do standard. I don't see it rolling coal there. Crank it up. I don't see any coal rolling out there. Oh, dude. That brought up the performance. Number 3 did. Number 4? Oh, that's even more. It sounds mean. 5. And 6. Oh, that's the roll coal, baby. Let's do 6. Oh, that's the roll coal, baby. Let's take her back to 1. People, but it's not cool for me. What do you guys think? I as a 45-year-old man, rolling coal doesn't really appeal to me. Environmentally, it doesn't really appeal to me. So, without further ado, I want you guys to tell me What upgrades do you think we should do to this truck? Should we 4x4 this truck? Should we do a 4x4 swap? I do happen to have a donor truck for this project. That donor truck has been wrecked on all 4 corners. It is an F-250. And it would have the same rear end and front end as this one right here, except for it's a 4-wheel drive. So, what do you guys think? What should we do? Should we fix it, flip it, and buy another project? Or should we fix it, 4-wheel drive it, and then sell it and see if we can truly double our money? Now that you've made it to the end of the video, I paid $9,000 for this truck right here. I feel like it's probably worth about $14 just the way it sits. What do you guys think? Post a comment down there, let me know. Stay tuned for future videos. We'll have more truck tours here on the Stoney Ridge Farm, and I'll show you real quick inside the mega shop. This is where we'll be doing most all the work as soon as we get power. This building was put up in June or July of this year, and we've got several vehicles in here that I love. This Dodge I have had, it's a 2000 Dodge 5.9 24 valve Cummins 4-wheel drive pickup. Very, very nice truck. I bought it with 120,000 miles. It's got about 140 now, just barely getting broke in. It's much cleaner than that Ford. Look over here, we've got red Yoda. This is the red Toyota pickup, picked up off a good buddy of mine. This has about 300,000 miles. That is the V6. This is the farm truck. We're gonna outfit this critter with a big old cage on the back where you can haul ladders, generators, water tank, all sorts of stuff. This is a farm rig right here. Over here, buried up underneath our Wood Defender banner, is the Yoda Corn. This is a unicorn Toyota pickup. This is a 1988 Toyota pickup. Absolutely fantastic truck. 65,000 actual miles on that truck. You'll see more of that in future videos. So this is the point where I ask you, what should I do to it? Should we 4-wheel drive it? Should we fix the dent? Should we drive the snot out of it? What should we do to this truck, man? It's a really nice rig, and I hope you guys enjoyed this little tour. Now, you stuck around to the end. Let's go see the dirtiest engine bay in any truck I've ever seen in my life. Oh, daddy, 67 Ford F350, or 350 as it's affectionately known. And here is, oh, the nastiest engine bay I've ever seen. Look at this. That is gross, dude. So gross. Nasty. Gosh. Guys, if you've got an engine bay that's dirtier than this or comparable to this, please post some pictures over in the Stoney Ridge Farmer group on Facebook. Let's fire this critter up before we go, just so you guys know how smooth and awesome this truck actually runs, even though it looks super crusty. Super crusty. Here we go. Pull choke, clutch in, don't even have to touch the gas. Oh, dude. Gotta warm her up, got good oil pressure. Everything's looking good, baby. They don't make them like this anymore. See you guys in the next video. Woo!
Come on down to the Stoney Ridge. Bring your wife and bring your kids. We're living life pure and sweet. That's the way it's supposed to be, Stoney Ridge.
Woo! Is that rock wedged in there to make sure the headlight works? It is. As we take a little truck tour and have a little fun and stick